Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Tuesday, December 13th, 2011. There's a lot to cover. Let's get right into these charts. You're going to see the S&P 500 E-mini futures are trading higher by about 6.5 points at the moment, right to around that 1241.50 level. We'll see if the market can hold up here. It looks like we had November retail sales just released. They were up 0.2%, but there are bigger things in the market going on at this moment. Preferably, or I should say, the European Union is really what's most important. And it looks like there was some positive economic data there. There was also a Spanish bond auction that went off okay. But the real news over there is that there could be a downgrade for a lot of the Spanish banks. So it looks like Moody's has put 8 Spanish banks under review for a potential downgrade, and we'll see if that occurs. But that is somewhat baked into the cake. So once again, market is up before the open, just by about 6.25, 6.5 points. We were up a little bit higher prior to the retail sales news, and then the market dropped. All traders really need to watch, though, in my opinion, is really the U.S. dollar index. If the U.S. dollar index makes a move higher, obviously the markets will come back down and deflate. That's just the way it is. Yesterday, you could see the big rally in the U.S. dollar, and sure enough, we had a pretty good decline into the end of the day. So once again, watch that dollar closely. If the dollar rallies, markets will come under pressure. If the dollar starts to sell off or pulls back, the markets will inflate and trade higher. It's really just that cut and dry. You could cut to the chase and not have to listen to all of the European news and everything that's released. This is also options expiration on Friday. So this trading week will be filled with rumors and lots of news and lots of upgrades and downgrades. There'll be movement all over the place for the institutions trying to jockey and get position to stop out the small retail options trader. It happens each and every month. So a lot of game playing this week. Just be aware of it and be careful. Let's go over a couple of things here. One, you have oil trading higher today. So let's take a look at the USO. You'll see it trading right around the $38 level. Yesterday it closed at $37.88. Not really a big deal. Spot crude, I believe, is up about 65 cents or so, trading right around the 98.45, 98.50 level per barrel. So we'll see if that holds up. Right now, oil is getting a little bit of a bid. One thing I will say about oil, though, it is holding up very well, even when the markets sell off. So far, oil is still holding its strength into the month of December. And, seasonally, this is a time where people will travel. People will drive a lot, so you do see a demand for oil at the moment. Let's take a look at gold. The GLD basically flat today. Really no movement at all. Yesterday the GLD sold off sharply, trading down to the 162 level. Today you see it at 161.83. The same for silver. Really no change today whatsoever, trading right around $30.46. Yesterday the SLV closed at $30.49, so really unchanged overall. Now, there are a couple of things to go over quickly. One is the Chinese ADRs. Last night, the Shanghai index was down and down big. So this Shanghai, again, starting to break down, was down, I believe, 1.9% or 1.8%, something along those lines. And that's a pretty big decline. So watch the Chinese ADRs today. You want to watch stocks like Baidu. If the U.S. markets start to sell off, this can come under pressure. These stocks, all the Chinese ADRs, will be under pressure only if the U.S. markets sell off. Take a look at Sina Corp. This is a stock that really has had a big sell-off since September, and you got to watch this one because it could be susceptible to further declines if the U.S. markets fail to hold up. All the Chinese ADRs could be under pressure. Take a look at the FXI here. You can see this here is trading around 35.20, but if the U.S. markets start to sell off, this could easily start to decline. So keep an eye on the Chinese ADRs today. Only if the U.S. markets really start to falter, though, do I think that they're going to sell off. If the U.S. markets hold up, the Chinese ADRs may be fine today, but I'll be keeping an eye on them for market weakness and any bearish pattern. Okay, couple of stocks in the news that you want to follow today. Urban Outfitters. Ticker symbol URBN. Stock's getting a nice little pop today, trading around $30. There is really no more move to the upside, in my opinion. I just don't see Urban Outfitters going up anymore. In fact, $30.25, maybe $30.15 has very good resistance. traders may even look to try to scalp short it here around this level. But let it settle in a little bit. But there should be very, very good resistance around 30. I'm going to say 30.25, 30.50. A ton of resistance on Urban Outfitters. Let's take a look at Best Buy. This stock had earnings today. Best Buy is getting clipped. Missed numbers. Pretty good decline, but there's a fair amount of support right around 25.50. There's a real big gap there as well on the daily chart right at 25.60. So, just in this general vicinity, there's going to be some short-term support. If the market falters, though, this stock probably will break lower. You'll have a little bit more support around 24.50. There looks like to be another big gap support area around 24.30. So you may have to watch that level as well for some short-term support. But nonetheless, you're getting a big gap down. There is short-term support right where we are currently. You'll see there is a gap right around this area. So and that looks to be what the stock is holding. But if by some chance the markets are weaker, this could break lower. So be a little bit careful there, but you could get a little bounce. Again, it's an aggressive trade because the market conditions right now are not favorable. Let's take a look at DuPont. DuPont warned last week. Today, they came out with numbers. So the warning was already baked into the cake. The numbers, I guess, were a little bit better. Stock's trading up around $44.57. There's nothing I would do here with DuPont. There's nothing long, short, nothing. Just leave it alone. There's not a lot that I'm seeing here. Netflix, ticker symbol NFLX, is trading up a little bit. Remember one thing about Netflix. This is options expiration. This is one of the stocks that notoriously gets tossed around like cheap laundry. Okay, so Netflix will move up, it will move down. Any way that the small retail options trader is positioned, the market makers and the institutional traders will take it the other way. So just be careful with Netflix. This stock can be all over the map. Yesterday it had a nice day. Today it's gapping up a little bit more. But, if there were a lot of puts there, they're going to take it higher. If there were a lot of calls there, they'll take it back down. So, again, be on the cautious side, especially this week. You want to be a short-term trader going into a quadruple witching options expiration, which is Friday. That's when everything under the sun expires. So that's what we're looking at right now. So once again, just to reiterate, the futures are trading higher by 6.5 points. Keep an eye on the U.S. dollar. If the U.S. dollar index starts to rally, markets will come back in. It's just that simple, and vice versa. If the U.S. dollar index begins to decline, the markets will move right back up and inflate. That's all I have for today. Have a great trading day, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow on the charts. Take care now.